Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you all are staying safe and staying creative. It has been a pretty laid back week for me. However, I managed to create some plans for an upcoming series for the first quarter of the year. Even though the weather in Qatar is not helping that much these days, I did manage to find some studio time and create some prep works for the artwork. Unfortunately, I forgot to document that and didn't take videos of those moments. Since I wanted to stick on to the goal of sharing weekly vlogs, I was brainstorming ideas. And that is when I realized that I had almost forgotten to share about these two challenging works from 2022. Those who are following me on Instagram might have noticed some of the stories regarding this Nishan recycling competition which happened in April 2022. I signed in just because of the curiosity for this material. Yes, it was the bullet shells. The theme of the contest was to upcycle these used bullet shells and create artworks out of it. The event was organized by Al Hosh Gallery and it was during the Ramadan time and was happening at Lusail shooting range. Since I was always drawn to the theme of marine life, I decided to stick on to the same theme and create an artwork inspired by the ocean lives and coral reefs. Since this medium is extremely new for me, initial couple of days were spent only on getting familiarized with the medium. I used hundreds of bullet shells to create more than 10 different textural elements, replicating the beauty of coral reefs. Even though my initial plan was to use wood as the background, I switched at the first initial stage itself and decided to use canvas as the base because it was much more easier to assemble. Right now, I don't remember exactly how many days it took to complete the artwork, but I was so happy with the final result. I guess the dimension of the artwork was of 80 by 120 centimeter and it was ready to hang, and on the event day it was exhibited there at the Nishan Competition. My artwork was selected as one in the top 10 and was exhibited during the event, which was attended by a lot of dignitaries. At the end of it, I felt really happy and proud that I gave it a chance to explore this new medium, and given a chance, I would give it a try again. If the previous work was challenging in terms of the material, this artwork or this order was challenging in terms of the number of works that need to be completed in a limited time. This custom order was to create 50 same artworks inspired by one of my previous artwork, which was desert waves, and it was of same small dimension. Since it was from the Ministry of Environment, I was so happy and proud to accept the order. But unfortunately, the time frame was very limited, and I had to follow step-by-step process to create these number of artworks in that given time. I took some time to plan the project properly, so I had the step by step process in a hand and I just need to follow it. So, and also the dimension was pretty small, so I could squeeze in all the process in that given time and follow the steps thoroughly to get the desired result beautifully. I often get asked about the tools that I use to create these textures. Frankly speaking, I do not have any special tools. I use the normal scissors or craft knives to create these textures. Since I follow the same steps on a daily basis, now I'm comfortable with this special tool that's a normal scissor. So soon after the planning phase, I decided to create one prototype, and so that I can calculate the exact time required to create each of the textural patterns and the mounting time and the time for framing and to wind up the project. I have lost count of how many bottles have been used for this project and how many patterns have been made. But since I had helping hand from my husband, I was happy that I could complete the project in time. So during that period, I had put holiday mode in my galleries and I was not taking any other orders in order to concentrate on this project itself. I don't know if it ever happens to you, but for me, whenever I'm committed to this long kind of project which takes more days than usual, I get bombarded with so many different ideas in my brain, and I literally start craving to create all those works immediately. Of course, I'll have to control that urge and try to focus on the current project. But the irony is that by the end of this current project, you will be exhausted and will not feel like creating anymore, at least for a few days. The frames were ready during the initial days itself, but it took some time to decide or finalize on the correct frame. But it were bought and ready during the initial phase itself. And the next part of the project was to assemble the artworks onto the frame. It was looking so elegant and beautiful at the end of this, and felt so happy and content with the result. The final phase was to sign it and put the custom made sticker onto the artwork. I cannot explain in words how proud I am when I say that these artworks went to COP27, which happened in Cairo last November, and these were presented to dignitaries and VIPs and ministers who were attending that event. While winding up this video, I have nothing more to say than never hesitate to take up challenging projects.